All right, everybody, welcome to the new Best Friend Game Show, raising money for Hollywood Food Coalition with your host, me. There it is. There's the guy. Hello. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. My name is John Barr. I'm wearing a button-down shirt, tie, and hat because I don't know what type of guy I want to be. I wasn't really sure what kind of person I wanted to dress like or be, and I probably could have figured that out. But we have a show to do anyway. Strong start. Welcome to the new Best Friend Game Show. This is a very silly game show that I have set up to make some incredibly funny and wonderful people compete for my platonic affections. I'm really just going to make them try and be friendly at each other, and it'll be the most wonderful competition you ever done saw. Or my name isn't John Barr, which it says, oh God, I gotta remember it's mirrored. That's where it is, not there. That's nothing. I will also say, real quick, we're gonna hear more about them later, but this show is benefiting the Hollywood Food Coalition, a wonderful organization. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about them, but I'm asking if you can please donate to them. And if you're wondering where to donate, you can check them out at this link right here. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I'm going to have it pop up a couple of different times throughout the show. But if you're a little bit annoyed about having to type it in, then you can type in something even simpler, which is !charity. If you put that in the chat, then the Nightbot will actually supply you with the link that you can directly click on and then go donate, and it's going to be great. You can also click !guests to be able to see the Twitter handles of all three of our wonderful competitors tonight. I think it's probably time that we say hello to them, starting with guest number one, my friend, Joey Clift. Joey, how are you?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing good. I definitely got what you were talking about earlier about like wearing a hat and a vest and stuff like that. I decided to come in with a strong fashion choice, and I'm wearing a Fiona Apple Fetch the Bolt Cutters sweater. It's limited edition. It's like, and I feel like there's this thing, especially like being under quarantine, where it's like, I bought this, uh, I bought this sweater in August. I have worn it to the store, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah. That's really the whole vibe I'm going for. It's just like, hey, I own clothes. I
Yeah,
want to show, I guess, all of them off at once because this is all that I own.
right. I get that.
Yeah. This is a flannel. I shouldn't even be wearing a tie with this. This is a flannel shirt.
Yeah, I mean it's a good look. I think that like look, as somebody who will be your future best friend, I think that you're doing great.
Oh, I love to hear that, and I am excited by the prospect of you being my new best friend, Joey. But you have a little bit of competition today, including guest number two, my friend Jamie Loftus. Jamie,
Hi,
hello.
what's
How are
up?
you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to be your best friend. Fingers crossed. I got a secondhand shirt of a dog's head, and it scared my dog all day long. He was just barking at my chest.
Oh
um,
boy, yep,
wait,
I
Yeah.
know that game.
do you think that your dog thinks it's another dog, or does he just see eyes and he's scared?
I think he views it as kind of like a god, a dog that's bigger than him.
Oh, God,
Um,
yeah, dog god, got it.
that looks sort of similar to him that has all of a sudden is closer to me.
Oh
Got
yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it's competition. Got it.
Yeah.
If
Huge
there's
fan.
anything scarier than gods, it's direct eye contact. That's
That's
the
true.
two scariest things. Imagine going up to heaven and then it's God just staring at you for a minute. Like you're just gonna be like, ah, shoot, he knows about those sin crimes I did. He knows
That's what we
about
call
them.
them. They're famously
That's what we
sin
call
crimes.
them. The
Yeah.
sin
Yeah.
crimes. Oh man, he's gonna remember all those times I ate fish. All right. Well, it's time to bring on guest number three, my friend, and also, fun fact, recently former coworker, Devon Kane. Devon, how are you?
I am so good. I'm so excited to be here today to be your best friend. You know, now that we don't work together anymore, we can finally like cross that boundary and be like actual friends. You know,
That's true.
we see each other not just wearing an apron, but you know, with our hearts on our sleeves. And
Oh boy,
you know,
that's more clothing talk.
I know I'm not wearing anything anything cool. I'm wearing a sweater that has little bits of paint on it, and this beanie I've been wearing all day, and I'm afraid to take it off and see what my hair looks like.
Wait, what is on the beanie? What does the beanie say?
It says Cole, and I got this at an REI like 6 years ago.
Wow.
And everybody is like, "Oh, what's Cole?" And I'm like, "It's a mineral."
Though. Makes you think.
That's what Santa gives you for your sin crimes, is he gives you the coal, as opposed to apparently the COVID vaccine, which I guess he just has. I guess Dr. Fauci just dropped that gem on us where he's just like, yeah, Santa just has that. And I'm like, all right, bud.
Dolly Parton has that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
That I believe.
He's not shared it with any elves, though. The elves are just dropping like flies.
That's
That's
right.
Thing. Yeah.
Elitist bullshit.
I'm just glad that Santa will be nice and healthy so he can continue his year-long tradition of hitting my grandma with his reindeer. That's what matters. And if that doesn't get you in the spirit to watch me make friends, then I can think of several other things that will, but that's the segue that I've chosen. So what this show is it's 5 smaller games that are going to be confined in this larger show. All of them are very dumb, but they're hopefully also fun, and we're going to find out soon enough whether they are fun, but they're all also geared around seeing how well you all know me, how well we get along, how much we're on the same wavelength, and by the end, someone is going to have a point value that's different from the other two, which is to say higher. Does anyone have any questions before we jump into the first game?
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
Excellent.
My question is, what are we going to do on our first best friend date, future best friend John Barr?
Oh,
well, that's a great question because 2 of my current friends, we bought cheesesteaks and then we just had a Zoom call and chatted while we ate them. So, do you like cheese and meat in a sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I have a question. Are we dethroning anyone who's your current best friend? Who's got to go?
Oh, that's a very good question. Unfortunately, yes, you are going to be dethroning someone, and that is this Baby Yoda Joker doll that I found on Amazon. I saw that. That is my best friend currently. It's just a little Baby Yoda doll that someone has given the Joker makeup and outfit. That is my best friend. So you are going to have to not only win the show, but then defeat him in combat.
Okay.
Yeah. He's very small and flush, so that part should be... This is the part to worry about, I'd say.
Okay.
Once you get past it, just punt him.
I mean, the Joker makeup tells me that he's a little bit edgy, and I'm not sure if I can compete with that as a friend, but I'm going to try.
I honestly am just worried that I'll meet him and I'll fall in love with him.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, that's how it started. It started as a tumultuous romance that then wound up, we just realized we weren't compatible, but we liked it, you know.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. We've got a mutual respect from just a lot of time shared together.
Oh, it's too bad I have to kill him.
Yeah.
But I will.
We all have to kill the things we love.
Does somebody have... If we win the competition, if you play this again, are we going to get killed? Is that how this goes?
I don't think I can legally talk about anyone dying on Twitch, so we're just going to have to go ahead and jump into the first game.
That won't hinder me.
I will die for John Barr's friendship. So
I was going to say, I'm not afraid to die.
Yeah. So we're all in. We're all blood in on this.
Excellent. Wonderful. We've all made our pact. And now it's time for the first game, personality.jpg, otherwise known as the personality quiz. So what this game is I've taken a series of very in-depth personality quizzes over on a couple different websites, largely BuzzFeed. I'm going to show you the quiz that I took, and then I'm going to pose the question to you in the form of a multiple choice question. What answer you think I got on that personality quiz? Every time you get the question right, you'll get 10 points. If you don't get it right, you won't get any points, but there are 3 whole chances at getting points. So there's a good chance you could walk away with 30, but you're almost certainly going to walk away with 10.
I love that. I love a
Yeah.
random number.
I have never been more nervous in my life.
It's gonna be okay, or it won't. And with that, let's get into question number 1. I took a quiz that said this quiz will officially determine which chain restaurant you are. So I'm asking you all, what chain restaurant do you think I am? Am I A, Chili's, B, Cracker Barrel, C, Olive Garden, or D, Hard Rock Cafe? And for this question, we will start with Joey.
Okay,
Which do you think?
Future best friend John Barr. Immediately my thought was Chili's, but I think that seeing all the answers, I think that John, your previous best friend, was a baby Yoda with Joker makeup. So that tells me that you know how to rock. So I'm gonna go with D, Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock Cafe. All right, very interesting. Jamie, what do you think?
I had considered Hard Rock Cafe. Cracker Barrel was easy to rule out because you seem to know who won the Civil War, and I feel like most people with Cracker Barrel energy are scary. So I'll rule that out. I think honestly, I'm going to go aspirational on this one. I'm going to say Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. All right, and Devon.
All right, this one's tough because I love all 4 of these restaurants. I've never been to a Cracker Barrel, but I hear they have a gift shop, and that intrigues me. But when I think about you, my favorite person, John, I'm going to go with my favorite of the 4, the classic Chili's. The only place where you can wear a tie and a flannel and a flat-billed hat at the same time and still get a margarita for like $4. That's you, John, and me.
That's true. That's definitely true about the restaurant Chili's. And I'll tell you what, that was a restaurant I frequented many times as a child because my parents were like, well, this isn't the worst option of the restaurants that our small children will like.
It's a good place for your parents to quietly argue while you eat meat.
That's
yeah. It's very.
Can I get an F from my parents in the chat?
I feel like Chili's and Applebee's are like, it's like they're equal on the power rankings of that type of restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the
yeah.
center of like the Venn diagram of Applebee's and Chili's, I feel like is a lukewarm spinach artichoke dip. Like they both.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just a solid like C plus chicken parmesan. That's my go-to.
Cooked all cooked on like a candle warmer somehow. It's all
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, the surprise I felt when I realized the Dugarita was not from either Chili's or Applebee's, but was instead from Red Lobster, that threw me for a loop. I had to do some real soul searching to figure that one out. Well, you all had wonderful reasoning, but I'm afraid to say that the answer I got to that quiz was Cracker Barrel. And I'm as unhappy about that as all of you, I promise. I was real bummed out to see that one because, Jamie, your logic was absolutely right on. As someone who has been to a Cracker Barrel once or twice, I don't love it there. So the fact that that's me,
very sinister chain.
it's a hurdle we all have to get through. I figured we'd start with the bummer first, right? We all get over that.
That's Baby Yoda Joker's adverse influence on your life. We can get rid of that.
Right.
That's true. Absolutely. Oh, hey, it's one of my mods, dear Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Welcome. Also, this is fun. I get to put comments up on the screen sometimes.
Whoa.
It's very fun. Yeah, that's a delayed F for, I'm sure, Cracker Barrel specifically. But that's okay, because now we're just going to go ahead and move on to question number 2. You're going to see there's a bit of a theme with these questions, but this is where we get into the real deep, the real nitty-gritty of who I am as a person. We know each other on a deeper level. Eat a ton of food at a buffet and we'll tell you which Disney Channel star you actually are. This is a quiz that accurately decided what Disney Channel star I am based off of 6 questions about what food I eat. So the question is, which of these 4 am I? Am I A, Zendaya from Shake It Off? Am I B, Kyle Massey from Cory in the House? Am I Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place? Or am I Miley Cyrus from Hannah Montana? And for this round, I'm going to start with Jamie.
This is a tough one. I was at first because I feel like of the people on this list, I would guess that the pop star, I feel like pop stars tend to be vegetarians. I don't know if that's a generalization, but I was like, I feel like three, Zendaya, Selena, and Miley could all very well be vegetarians. And you just said you like meat and cheese on Zoom. So I think I'm gonna go Kyle because I don't have a feel for what his dietary preferences are.
That's true. I do know that his father was a chef, and that's how he got in the White House.
That's true.
But I don't think we ever saw what food he cooked specifically.
Poor Kyle Massey. I mean, he got whatever recessive gene that meant he couldn't see the future. So his character, Corey, he's a survivor.
Yeah, I mean, on the flip side, we do also have to remember that Raven, of course, could see the future and did nothing. Devon
she also didn't know that her dad was going to work at the White House. You think it would have come up?
You'd think, but no, she just, and then I remember she saved the president's life on the one time she visited Corey in the house. We don't have time to get into this.
That's good.
Yeah. Devon, of these four options, which Disney Channel star do you think I am?
All right. I'm hopping mentally between Zendaya and Miley Cyrus, mainly because I feel like both of these women are just give me like hardcore energy of like, when they're ready to sit down and chow down, like they're going to fucking do it. And I feel like you vibe with that because you're my best friend and you like to go for it and you're going to do it. I'm going with Zendaya. I don't know why. I just feel very drawn to her. And
I mean, certainly that's not up for whether or not I am Zendaya. Certainly we can all agree that we all love Zendaya.
That's true.
Yeah, that's just a lovely given. Joey, what are you thinking?
So I also, by process of elimination, Zendaya and Miley Cyrus, I think that they're great. I think that they're amazing celebrities doing really great work, but I'm not necessarily sure if those are John bars. So now that leaves me with Kyle Macy and Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez, I don't know a ton about her, like her diet, what she eats, what she's into, but I do know that Kyle Macy is very much a large figure. He's in charge. He's somebody that it's his world and we're just living in it. And that to me just speaks to John Barr to a T. So I'm also going to go be Kyle Macy.
All right, fair enough. I did just watch a video essay recently breaking down Corey in the House and just the sheer number of international incidents that he was able to cause just as like the son of the chef at the White House. It's absurd. Like, he's got Baby Yoda Joker energy. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
It's
absurd. He definitely lives in a society. I get it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more society than living in the Disney Channel version of the White House. Just the real political nuance that's able to happen on that show.
100%.
It's very society. Only on Netflix. Well, gang, I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but unfortunately, according to that quiz, I am Miley Cyrus. I think maybe what I should have done is I should have told you, they gave me different options, like what kind of potato do I want to eat? What kind of meat do I want to eat? There was an option where you could go meatless, but maybe that's what it is, right? It's probably just the breakdown of what is at the buffet. But there's one final opportunity, and this is truly about the friendship. So I think this is the question where someone is really going to be able to shoot ahead, shoot for the stars. The natural conclusion to this segment: make some toast and we'll reveal what kind of friend you are. And I just want to make sure you all know, I took the quiz multiple times just to make sure I could see what all the answers were. All four of these are the four options of this quiz. I did not write any of these because I wouldn't. This is what was supplied to me. So based on the fact that I had to make some toast, what kind of friend do you think I am? Am I a fun friend, a mum friend, a protective friend, or a wise beyond your years friend? And for this one, Devon, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. John, I'm a lover of toast. All things toast. If I could, I would make toast for all 3 meals in a day. And I mean that genuinely. I feel like toast says a lot about you, and it's a very simple thing, and that's why it's beautiful. I feel like, John, when I imagine you in your kitchen making toast, I feel like you're a simple guy with simple pleasures, and just toast as it comes. Be a sourdough if you're feeling fancy. So I'm gonna go with D, wise beyond your years, because I feel like you like the traditional toast. Like why fix what ain't broke? I'm going with D.
That's fair. Devon, you know I certainly have a lot of thoughts about trying to fix what isn't broken with the word toast, but we can't get into that on air. That's a joke for only us and then Patrick, who's watching. And then Joey.
Okay, so John, make some toast and we'll reveal what kind of friend you are. I guess that I'm playing through, our future best friend scenario. Let's say a post-COVID world or a pre-COVID world where we're able to be at each other's houses, and it's the middle of the day, and we're just really, feeling like slamming some roasted tea or whatever toast is called. And roasted tea, that's what I went with. And I feel like you're somebody that, I think that you're a loving friend. I think that you're a caring friend. I think that you're somebody that really cares about your friends. And I think that you're somebody who wouldn't be afraid to kiss your friend on the forehead and tell them they did a good job at school. So I'm going to go with B, mum friend. I think mum friend is the type of friend you are.
Well, you absolutely nailed what Jasmine Nahar wrote for the description of mum friend. So kudos right off the bat for nailing the voice of the author of this.
It also, if it was short for mummy friend, that also works because you're wrapped in cloth.
That's true.
And stuff. So really, both versions of mum friend works.
Starring Brendan Fraser. Jamie, you've heard some wonderfully reasoned arguments. What would you like to choose?
I was gonna go mom friend as well because it seems like you would, I don't know, make very intentional toast decisions. I feel like you'd be taking it seriously. You'd not just be thinking of the toast of the present, you'd be thinking of the toast of the future. But for the sake of giving a different answer, I will say a variant on mum friend. I'm going to say protective friend. You got to protect that bread.
Excellent. I love protecting the bread. I love being motherly to the bread. I love being wise in my decisions about making the bread. I'm trying to think of more positive things to say about all three of you because I like all three of you very much. And I hate to be the bearer of continuously bad news.
Oh, man.
But I'm a fun friend. I'm a fun guy.
Oh.
I'm a bit of a fun friend. I
It
think
choice.
It was multiple choice.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm going to ask some probing questions. So what is your dream toast topping? Just to establish if you truly are the fun friend.
Oh,
Absolutely. Okay. I feel like my normal toast topping is peanut butter and then banana.
Oh, you are the fun friend.
Oh, that is fun. God damn.
Yeah. You know what?
Friend.
I'll go ahead and say just for asking that question, Joey, I meant to click edit before I just put your name very menacingly on screen.
I've been ejected from the game. Ah.
Nope, it's actually the opposite.
Wow.
You're now in the lead with 5 whole points.
Okay.
I felt like I couldn't give you 10 because 10 was what right answers were. And unfortunately, we didn't get to any of those this game. But I have good news. We're now out of the realm of multiple choice. We've gotten rid of it. And
we're in the
now
essay
it's
section.
free-flowing.
Okay.
I just want to say that 5 points, this is the happiest moment of my life.
Listen, we got to find happiness where we can. And we got to just live in these wonderful moments. And that's kind of in the spirit of game number 2, is reliving some of just the happy moments that we've had in game number 2, which is called Buddy Tales. Oh, I'm getting so good at StreamYard. I'm finally learning what all the buttons do and how to make them happen in time for games. So Buddy Tales is sort of a general twist on your classic improv monologue type game. All three of you are going to get one word. You're all going to get the same word, and you're each going to have 60 seconds to spin a wonderful story about a time that we shared as friends. It can be real. Odds are it will probably be fake because this is the first time I'm talking to some of you actually in person as opposed to just on Twitter. So it's okay if you just paint a picture of what being your friend would look like, perhaps. And you're all going to be doing that based off of one word, and that word is turkey. It's turkey. It's a little bit seasonal, but that's also just a type of bird. You can just tell bird stories too. I don't want to limit your creativity by any means, but you will each have a minute to tell a story about you and I based on the word turkey. And I'll put this to the group. Does anyone feel like they're ready to hop on? I know it's a tough one.
I'll do it.
Oh, that's why you're the points leader, Joey.
Yay.
That's why you're the points leader. And absolutely, first up, hold on. There we go.
Yes.
That's a whole extra point right there for you. And now, I also don't know if I mentioned this. This game is worth 30 points as well. So this could be a nigh insurmountable lead by one of you. But Joey, minute on the clock. I'll have to just kind of hold up my phone here where you can see the time because I'm not that good at StreamYard yet. But 60 seconds on the clock. You, me, and Turkey. Go.
Okay. It's the 1960s. Fairbanks, Alaska. We're in an igloo just off the beaten path. We have been successfully fending off a gang of wolves for, let's say, 40 hours, and our rations are running low. Our rations of turkey and meat. We've got enough for one person to survive the night. And you know what? After a lot of talking with each other about what we're gonna do and how we're gonna survive, I look at you, my friend John Barr, and I say, John Barr, we ain't gonna die tonight. We gonna live. So we use that turkey to tame a wild dog, and we ride that wild dog to freedom, brother.
Oh, wait, excellent.
Also, wait, I've got 15 more seconds. And then afterwards, we are at your house and we're having toast, and it's super fun toast, and the toast has turkey on it, and it's very fun. And also, Miley Cyrus is there. I did it.
Excellent. Oh, wonderful. You're hitting all the buzzwords. That was absolutely fantastic. I love the imagery of going right from the 1960s, just this harrowing action tale of having to tame a dog and ride it back to freedom, and then immediately jumping back into the modern day of just toast.
I mean, look, our friendship goes for 60 years. Yeah, that's how long it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
We ride forever, brother.
That's right, like Charles Xavier and Eric, last name Magneto. I forget his last name.
Yeah, Eric Magneto.
Eric Magneto. That's what made him so scary.
His good friend John Wolverine. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Who could forget James Jubilee?
Cyclops. Yeah.
Oh boy,
Jimmy Colossus. We understand the game that we're playing.
Yeah, it's a name and then a guy. All right.
Yeah. Bobby Rocket Raccoon.
That's 3 whole words this time. Wonderful. Well, Jamie and Devon, you just heard a wonderful story about friendship and dogs. Do either of you feel like you're ready to go now that you've seen what one story might look like?
I feel ready, yeah.
Excellent. Well, Jamie, you also have the word turkey. You'll also have 60 seconds. Whenever you're ready, I'll try and hold this up even closer as I lean forward, and your time begins now.
Okay, so you'll remember this was back in 2008 when we went to go see an independent film together called Turkeys in Seattle. And it was part documentary, part love story. We were both really, really excited. We drove 2 hours to be able to go. It was a packed theater, and in the middle of the movie, this old woman sitting next to you started having a heart attack. And you sprung to the rescue, and you were giving me instructions. It didn't seem like she was going to make it, but then at the last second, you gave her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, which is how you cure a heart attack, and you saved her. But you didn't know that she had snake venom on her lips, and so then I had to go get someone and then I had to suck the venom out of you. And then we went and we saw Twilight, and then the end.
Oh my gosh, that story had it all. It had everyone's favorite romance story, Twilight. It
Mhm.
had turkeys in Seattle. I used to live in Seattle, so I certainly know what that
That's why
city's
you
like.
wanted to go. Yeah.
I grew up in Marysville on the Toilet Reservation, so we're neighbors.
Oh, nice. I lived in Seattle for a year when my parents were still trying to make a living as ministers. That one didn't go so hot.
I do feel like Joey's trying to hijack my story, and I challenge him to a fight.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
look, let's do this.
There, okay,
Put
fair
him,
enough.
put him up.
There, here we go. Here we go.
Uh,
I'm very strong.
yeah.
I actually got scared. I ran away.
listen, just for trying, 5 points right there.
Yay! Oh, I'm jealous.
Listen, once we got past that first game, it became incrementally easier to get points, and that's because you're all wonderful. And that first game didn't do you all justice, and that's
Wait,
what I'm here to do now.
Wait,
Of course.
can I ask a question about Jamie's story?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. So when you sucked the venom out of John, what did you do with the venom? Did you die? Did you swallow the venom? What happened?
Oh, I'm impervious to venom.
Got it.
Yeah, due to a spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. In that case,
That's why I'm actually a really useful best friend to have, is because if you ever I can suck the venom at any time, and you don't really need to worry about any of the consequences. I'll be fine.
Oh, I can hang out with so many more snakes.
I wish
Exactly.
I
Oh,
could.
the brain.
Really opens up your options there.
Oh boy, I got a lot to think about. Devon is now up to you. You're gonna have a minute on the clock as well, thinking about me and Turkey and what we might do together involving that word. Your time begins now.
I mean, this hasn't happened yet. This is something that's going to be happening in the future when I win this contest. It's actually why I was sent here today. I'm here on a secret mission. So Raven came and spoke to me, okay? So the two of us, we're going to the White House. And Corey and his dad are planted there in the kitchen to sort of be our aides, right? So we're going to be led into the White House with chef's hats on. So it looks like we're chefs. Really, we're going to be planted inside the turkey. When the turkey is wheeled out to the president and his guests, we are going to jump out of the turkey. We are going to surprise them so hard they just go frozen sheep, dead, frozen. They don't know what to do. We take that opportunity. We run to the computer where we change the nuclear code password so that we prevent a nuclear war that Raven saw in 2004. She's been bitter with guilt for not telling anyone. She just told us just now.
Oh my God, they'll never see it coming. Oh, they'll never see it coming. It's like my favorite film, Terminator 2.
Yeah, they won't take it.
They have to rely on Ravens to move. Okay, so I am assuming we're talking about the current sitting president.
Yes. Thanksgiving is Thursday. We have to move fast.
Yeah, that's definitely the bad one. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of responsibility.
But you're the only one who can do it, John. And I know that. And I know your potential.
Yes, John, you must kill the president.
All right. Well, I whatever TOS is probably going to get us in trouble if we stay on that one for too long.
The fictional President Magneto.
Hey, he's the guy. This is the guy. He became president.
Mike. Universe.
That's right. I finally get my own cinematic. At long last, everyone gets to see a bald guy be in 30 movies. Well, all of those were phenomenal stories. All of them were very good. All of them were very action heavy, which I love. All of them used the word turkey, and that's the one rule I gave you, so that's good right off the bat. Ultimately, if I have to give points to somebody, it's very tough, but I am going to give points to Jamie. I miss the movie theaters. I think that's what this is more than anything. So that means Jamie, our current point leader, at 35 points. Let's get her in that spot instead of me. There it is.
Feeling really incredible right now. I wish we could have that day again. I miss people dying in their seat right next to me while you're at the movie, and then you realize in the middle. That's so nice. I thought my grandfather died next to me during Star Wars 3, the Hayden Christensen one. But he was just taking a nap.
Huh. I remember a man took a full phone call during the last 10 minutes of Steven Spielberg's Hugo.
I mean, that is a fair move. That's fair play
Um,
when it comes to Hugo.
When I saw the movie Space Jam in theaters, a child next to me just took a shit like sitting in his seat, and I stayed in the theater watching the movie. I was like,
Good.
I was like, I don't care. But like, and like the child left. The child and his family left, but I was like, and the smell and probably some of his shit remained. But I was like, no, I will stay here watching Michael Jordan beating the Monstars.
Well, you had to know who won the game.
Yeah.
This is the big game.
Can't show your face in school if you don't know.
Yeah, that was
Everyone's
my
going to be
worry.
asking, did you watch the game of
Yeah.
that happened in the movie?
I was like, no, and I was like, oh, it was good. I was real worried in the third quarter, but they turned it around.
That sounds right. I don't remember that movie enough. We're going to get on right along to game number 3. Game number 3, we're going back to that 10-point 3 question format in a little game called What Was I Thinking? This game is going to be a pretty simple construction. I'm going to show you all different photos of me and the way I look / used to look, because we got some blasts from the past. And you're all going to warrant a guess as to what my inner monologue might be at that moment in time, what I possibly could have been thinking when the photo was taken. Each photo will have a winner. There's no chance of everybody getting it wrong. And the winner will get 10 points. So there's a nice, hearty possibility for 30 points on the board. Does anyone have any questions?
So my question is, when you say that we're narrating your internal monologue, are we narrating it as you or as us, an observer? Are we using first person or third person?
That's a great question. I would say first person.
Okay, got it.
Excellent. Yes. And with that, we shall get to photo number 1 that isn't showing up. That's very interesting. I would love it if the photo that I took shows up for my game show that's happening live. There we go. There he is. That's what1.jpg, baby. That's me. Just hanging out, having a great time.
Mhm.
Looking at this photo, I'm going to start with you, Joey, now that you've got a sense of what the heck is going on with this photo. What was I thinking?
So like, oh geez, I woke up this morning and didn't really have a lot of time to brush my teeth, so I wore a COVID mask over my face, just so I could take this real cool selfie, but like with my teeth not being flossed and stuff like that. And like, oh man, I really hope it works and people think I brushed my teeth before this, and it did.
Excellent. And so just to be clear, we've landed on people should be flossing. That's where we've landed.
People, it's important to. I mean, really, yeah, it's important to floss and use. I don't know, like mouthwash every day. I think that's not controversial, right? Am I canceled?
Pretty bold stance, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm canceled.
And follow-up question: if I haven't gone to a dentist in approximately 6 years, does it matter? Because like my teeth are still in there, so it's probably fine.
No, I think it's good to just pull that pull that sticker off, pull that Band-Aid off. Like the dentist isn't going to yell at you, like they'll just clean your teeth, and it's good oral hygiene is important.
That's fair. That's fair.
A spoiler for our friendship is most of my conversations are about good oral hygiene. So I hope you're ready, best friend.
I'm gonna have to add that to the bonus point total. But Jamie, we're going to move right along to you. When you look at this photo, what do you think I was thinking?
Oh boy. Well, here's what you're thinking. Wow, I can't believe I just met Jeremy Renner in the street and he wasn't wearing a mask. I should have said something, but I was feeling a little starstruck. I guess I've got to carry this guilt with me. Maybe I'll tweet about it later. I don't know. It might be inviting some trouble. I guess I'll decide later in the day. I will say, though, that he was really good in Arrival. Maybe I'll watch it when I get home. No, just kidding. He should have been wearing a mask. I guess I won't be enjoying his art moving forward.
Oh, man, that whole album I just have to throw right in the garbage.
It's not
that
fair.
I bought on hard CD. Fun fact, I did see a Jeremy out in the wild that didn't wear a mask, but I don't know if I can say because then I might get in trouble. It's one of the famous ones. I can tell you that real quick right off the bat. It's one of the famous ones. And if you think of a famous Jeremy who might not wear a mask,
That's hot.
odds are you've thought of the right one.
Oh, there's only one.
Yeah, Jeremy Piven. It has to be Jeremy Piven.
Right.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
I didn't. He can't
Can
come
Twitch
for
kick
me.
you off for making fun of Jeremy Piven?
It is in the terms of service. We're not allowed to make fun of Jeremy Piven.
Ah, shoot. The president stuff was fine.
President stuff, fine. Just no licensed music, no saying unflattering things about the J-Man.
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
That's right.
Piven slander. There it is.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to attack AOC on Among Us. You have if she's the imposter, you just have to let her kill you. That's a gamer reference, baby.
Yeah,
I know the platform I'm on. I've seen things that happen here.
As you should. AOC. If AOC wanted to stab me in the back, I would say, this is fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Devon, you're up next. Looking at this photo, what do you think's going on in that bald boy's head?
I'm thinking, good morning, world. I'm John. I'm going to take a look at my horoscope today. And this is the POV of you lying down in a driveway, checking out your horoscope before you start the day, as you do every morning. And you say, all right, what's in the stars for me today? And your future is so bright, John, that you can't help but squint at the beauty that is shining from your phone screen about how great your day is going to be. And you're just, I have to remember this moment. That's what you think to yourself. In fact, you want to screenshot the horoscope, but you end up taking a picture of yourself and capturing yourself candidly in that moment, just wincing at your own beautiful future. And that's what you're thinking in this photo. I'm proud of
my horoscope today is you're gifted at bringing people together. There's no doubt about that, Gemini.
Wow.
Today will be especially good for participating in or initiating group activity. Oh my God, hold on. This is frightening. It's a favorable day for any project related to fellowship and assistant. Guys, the show's a success. Show's a success.
Yay.
I'm sure we just got bought by ABC. We come on right after a million little things. It's great. Wow.
Does the horoscope end with comma John Barr?
It didn't. That's it just refers to me as uppercase G Gemini. It does ask if I'm confused about my relationship, though. So if anyone feels like they get the short end of the stick in this game, they can feel free to consult horoscope.com/us/horoscopes/gemini/horoscopes-general-daily-today.aspx?3 Whoo! I didn't need to do that. I did that to myself for no good reason. I mean, I was leaning a couple different ways. You all had wonderful inner monologue thoughts. But after just the insane surreptitious, I don't know if that's the way to use that word. But after looking at that horoscope, I simply must give the points to Devon. So Devon, that's 10 points for you. What do you know that I don't? I guess would be my question. What do you know that's going on? All right, now I have to get that photo off the screen so that way I can bring up photo number 2, and it's a little bit sillier. And that's the game of this game, is that I get more silly photos of me as time goes on. So that's what I look like sometimes. Mm-hmm. That's what I look like once for a show. But ignoring that context that I just gave it, I'm going to start with you, Jamie. When you look at this photo, what do you think I simply must have been thinking?
Okay. I think it goes a little something like this. Wow, I can't believe it. This is the luckiest day of my life. I've just been voted in as vice president of Jeremy Renner's official fan club. I wonder what it was about me that got me over the edge. Was it the wig? Was it my personality? You know what? I don't even want to know. I'm just happy to be serving in public office, like has always been my dream. I hope I get to meet him.
That's right. That's the exact wig he wore in Wind River, I believe. Everyone's favorite movie. Devon, you are up next. Looking at this photo, what must I have been thinking?
John, when I look at this photo, I think what you are thinking is, oh, the joy of being a little milkmaid's son. I'm Really,
Okay, continue.
I don't want to. I'm gonna leave it right at that.
That's a complete thought.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's absolutely something I could have been thinking is of the joys of being a milkmaid son. You can't prove that that's definitively not what I was thinking. That's true. You've got me over a barrel there.
Not to decode them. Just
Yeah.
read.
There you go. All right. And then Joey, you've heard of Jeremy Renner. You've heard of milkmaids. Now it is your turn to guess what I might have been thinking. I tried to think of a rhyme for maids, and it didn't happen. But you're up next.
So potential best friend John Barr. What I think that you're thinking is, oh, I just saw the Sonic the Hedgehog movie at the ArcLight, and I really loved it. And the only thing that made today better is that I decided to wear my Boris Johnson, current British Prime Minister wig to the movies. And afterwards, Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog, did a Q&A, and he looked at me and he said, I've got a question for you, John Barr. He knows your name in this situation. My question for you is, why do you look so good in that Boris Johnson wig? And John Barr said, I don't know. I just do. And then the theater laughed and laughed and laughed. And then you took this selfie in the ArcLight stairwell. And you were like, Dear Diary, today I had a good day.
Oh, man. I can't believe I got addressed by name by one of the stars of Blue Iguana. That's life-changing. Not everyone can say that. Oh, boy. Well, I do love the film Blue Iguana, of course. That is not the ArcLight stairwell, of course. That is the stairwell of my friend's apartment / recording studio where they have to conduct a whole business out of, because that's the unfortunate thing about living in Los Angeles. It's a tough one, but you know, oh gosh, what do I even say about the milkmaid story? I am giving points to Joey, I think, is all I have to say about the milkmaid story.
Yeah.
Again, you know, I'm not confirming nor denying that I have a milkmaid mother and or father. I'm not going to say anything definitive on that front just yet. Just know that's not the correct. There we go.
That's why they decided to not be ministers. It's just the pull of the milkmaid profession was too strong.
Oh yeah, milk crypto was huge at that point. So that was kind of a big one.
Yeah, milk coin. We all know milk coin.
Yeah, milk coin crashed hard. I saw the documentary.
Yeah, milk coin went rancid. Am I right?
Swish.
Oh boy, baskets. All right. Now, this third photo, I will go ahead and give the context that I believe I was in 7th grade, maybe 8th grade by the time this photo came out. So let's go ahead and just absorb this for a minute. Take as much time as you need to reckon with the fact that that's this same person. And then, Devon, we're going to start with you. Okay. When you look at, and oh boy, just what a way I've come, huh? Oh man, you don't always get to confront your past like this. But when you look at this photo, what do you think I was thinking, Devon? What was going through this guy's so much hair? What was going through what was I thinking?
You were thinking, John, it went a little something like this. You're like, hey, Danny Zuko, it's me, your best friend Putsy. We're all meeting downstairs at the diner, backstage. And you just got off stage in your first play, Grease, and you were like so excited. And you were like, Mom, take a picture of me, take a picture of me. And she's like, okay, honey, hold on, let me put down my milk. And she took all these photos of you, and you were just so proud. You were so proud, and you thought you were the coolest guy in school. And you know what? For that very moment captured in that photo, you were.
There we go. I did do theater for a short amount of time. Was I good at it? Joey, Joey, we're going to be moving right along to you. When you look at this photo, what do you think I was thinking?
So what I think that you, my best friend John Barr, your potential hopeful best friend John Barr, were thinking in this photo is, you know, it might be the last day of high school and I'm set to graduate tomorrow. And I'm not sure if I really want to shoot for the sky too hard on dreams. But what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna move to Los Angeles. I think I'm gonna make friends with a lot of people on a Twitch show. I think there's gonna be a global pandemic that I'm going to be a part of. It's gonna last, probably like a year or whatever. And then I think that you thought of all this, and then I think that you took all of your that I took my glasses off, and I thought to myself, man, truly, this is gonna be the life. That's it.
That's right. And then I
Yeah.
high-fived my best friend, Raven Simone. We became friends.
Yay.
We had the same
Wow.
powers. That's how it works in X-Men. All right. And then Jamie, when you look at this photo,
Mhm.
God damn it. I'm just real bummed out about that. But that's fine. Looking at this little stinker right here, what do you think he/I was thinking?
Okay, I know. I think I know exactly what he's thinking. He's thinking, you know what? I think I fucking killed that audition. I don't think anyone's ever auditioned better than I have. And sure, I might be a little young for the role, but I think I'm gonna get the lead in The Hurt Locker. And if that fucking guy sitting next to me in the waiting room, Jeremy, gets it instead of me, I'm never going to let it go. I'm going to move to Los Angeles. I'm going to stalk him in the streets. And I'm going to start spreading a rumor in 2020 that he doesn't wear his face mask in the streets, even though I know it's all made up. I better get this part in The Hurt Locker. The end.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. Jeremy Renner is the one who maybe wears his mask. I don't know. It's the other one. It's the other Jeremy that I haven't named yet. So no lawyers can come for me.
You're going to get deplatformed.
I do like that story because John Barr is, I think that since we're, potential best friends, I do know that you're a rampant mask truther. I think you're a COVID truther. We all know that.
Oh, yeah. I believe in it, but I'm just saying it loud enough so that way Jeremy Piven will come for me, and then I'll just be able to dunk on him so hard. He'll be like, I think you're making a lot of really uneducated points. I think you're saying a lot of very dangerous rhetoric. I think you're part of the reason why we can't go outside. We all just want to see our families again, and you're actively being part of the problem. And then I'm just going to friggin' dunk on him and just be like, dude, you were like cut out of Thor. Relax. And then everyone's going to favorite that tweet, and I'm going to go viral again, and it'll be great. Those will be my 2 contributions to society.
Wait, was Jeremy Piven cut? Was he in Thor? Was he cut out of Thor?
No, Renner was. He was Hawkeye. He's in he's in it, but like they fully kept a shadow over his face.
Oh, was he like
where there's
canceled?
just like what?
Was he canceled? Was that why he was?
No, they just were like, we want to be sneaky about Hawkeye. They're like, we're gonna have a full 2-minute sequence of a guy cloaked in shadow running up to like a spot above the hammer of Thor, and he's going to be watching out over it, and then he doesn't do anything. He truly just runs up to a place where he could shoot arrows and then doesn't, and then he's just in Avengers, again, sitting up high in a place before Loki takes his brain.
Classic Renner.
Classic Renner.
He's a good musician. Dropped a single last week.
A new one?
The country is suffering.
That's true. The country is suffering, and Jeremy Renner music helps.
It helped. It's called Stereo Love.
Stereo Love. I'm going to cue this up to listen to it immediately afterwards. I'm very excited.
It's real good.
I'm very excited.
Make sure to watch the lyric video so you can catch all the fonts.
Lyric video in the year of our Lord.
Yeah, I'm looking at just the thumbnail for the Jeremy Renner Stereo Love official audio. There are 3 different fonts in this thumbnail.
Oh my God. I mean, just for the gift of this video alone, I think simply points must go to Jamie. I think that's, it's hard to deny that when we just think about the cultural reset that was Jeremy Renner beating me out for that part. Just the way that the whole country shifted outside of that. Yeah, what are the fonts, Joey?
What are the fonts? So I'm not a font expert. I think Stereo Love is written in an impact font. I think that
That sounds right.
the top and bottom fonts, Live for Now and Jeremy Renner, are written in similar fonts, but they're both like kind of like hand drawn Sharpie fonts. I'm not sure what the technical term is for that, but they
It's
definitely
just
look like
his
different.
handwriting.
Yeah, maybe, but they definitely look like different fonts. Like those N's are different. The let's see, yeah, I don't know, the O's. Yeah, like, those are
There's
different fonts.
a lot of good lines.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'll say this to those watching at home, including Joan, hello. And to our guests here, I'll give you the opportunity, real quick, if you need to listen to that song and watch exactly what the hell is going on, because I'm going to take a quick second to talk about why we're doing this show. I'm not just doing it to try and make three wonderful, funny comedians be nice to me. I'm doing it because there's an actual charity that I want to raise money for. It is called the Hollywood Food Coalition. They're a wonderful group that have been able to help feed those who are currently unhoused and those that are in need every day since 1987, which is an incredible feat. The fact that they've been open this long, especially in a city that, quite frankly, has abandoned a lot of our unhoused neighbors and has been actively working to dehumanize them. The work of Hollywood Food Coalition could not be more important. Especially right now, as not only are we still in the midst of a global pandemic, not only is it getting colder relatively out here, but obviously this is a time when a lot of us are thinking about the fact that we can't necessarily go home to be able to eat food with our families, just not being able to have that. There are folks out there who sometimes aren't even able to get food at all, and Hollywood Food Coalition is actively working to help make sure that folks have a 6-course meal. This is incredible. Like, they're able to do so much. They talk about right on their website how if you donate $3 just right now, you will be able to give someone a full 6-course meal, and that includes water, just for $3, which I know a lot of us have, even with the financial hardships of COVID. On the slightly higher end, if you donated $35, you could provide full clothing for 20 different people in need. This is an organization that does a lot of really good work and especially important right now. So I just wanted to let you all know, again, if you go to the link that is scrolling at the bottom, if you type !charity in the chat, you'll be able to go to that link. And especially because since this VOD is going to be up as well, all the way through Thanksgiving at the very least, I'm going to say that from now until Thanksgiving, I will be matching all donations up to $35. So if everyone who watches this it feels comfortable just donating even $3, you can donate that. Send me a little screenshot. Don't send that $3 to me. Give it to the charity first. And then just send me the screenshot, and then I'll be sending money over in about a week's time when I see how many other folks have donated. It would mean a whole lot, and then you'll all be my friends, whether or not you win the title of best friend. That is reserved for these three folks. But it would be really wonderful if you have something to give right now, if you could give it to those wonderful people. All right, Ernest, John is done. Now it's
now
all right.
King Goof has arrived.
Oh, the King Goof. Just don't add a Y to that name. Then we get in trouble. Then Walter comes for me. That's right.
Then you get lawyered.
That's right. The lawyers come in. All right. So right now, as the way that points are currently situated, Devon is sitting at 10 points.
I'm trying.
Joey is sitting at 16. And then Jamie is sitting at 45 points. It's a pretty big one, but
it's tough to tell over Zoom. I am shaking with jealousy right now.
I'm trembling in fear. I'm trying to stay focused, keep my eye on the prize, not get cocky.
I've already wet my pants.
It happens to the best of us.
I did it in the first question game. I just had to say it since we had a moment, but
I'm gonna shit myself harder than that kid sitting next to Joey at Space Jam.
I mean, that's a lot. That kid shit himself real hard.
I don't think I don't like that you shat on this poor kid. Look at that.
Joan Ford, Joey's a bad friend. Joan, look, Joan is my former best friend, so she's just jealous. John Barr, don't listen to Joan. Think of the good times and not the ex-best friend times.
Fair enough. Well, I've got some good news for all three of you. This next game is also going to be worth 30 points. So this is a chance, Joey and Devon, for you to get even closer to Jamie. Jamie, this is a point where you could just blow them completely out of the water with this next game. And this game is called Bald-Faced Lies. And this is the graphic for that game. Bald-Faced Lies. I'm going to tell all three of you 3 facts about myself, 3 things that are true, except, oops, 2 of them aren't true. I'm going to be lying to you. There are going to be 2 facts that aren't actual facts, you see. It's like that game 2 Truths and a Lie, but a little different. So once I present all 3 of the facts to you, you are each going to get a minute to ask me as many questions about as many of the facts as you would like. Each of you will get a minute, so you can jump around if you feel like one person covered all the questions you had about one. And then, at the end, I'm going to ask each of you which fact you believe to be true. And then if you guess correctly, you will get 30 points. And I will say, you could all guess the same one if you feel like all 3 of us have got it. I don't know if you feel like you all want to work together, but that's a form of friendship, is it not?
If that's what it takes to get your heart, John, that's what it takes.
There we go. Someone's been watching The Bachelorette, like me. Very Bachelorette lingo. I just want to let you know I'm going to fight for you. And I might not talk about you specifically as a person, but you're the woman that's here, so.
Looking straight past your eyes and saying, like, I really think this is going to work out.
That's none of you have called me a smoke show yet, so that's good. That's an easy +5 to all of you on the back end.
Oh, great.
But now it's time to bring up these 3 facts about me. Fact number 1, I got detention for wearing a Spider-Man costume to school. Fact number 2, I lost my virginity on a Tinder date. And number 3, I briefly appeared in the TV series Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. Those are the 3 facts about me, except one of them is a falsehood. And I'll say, Jamie, as the current points leader, I'm going to put you on the spot. You will get your 60 seconds first to ask me about these 3 facts. I'll leave them up here if it helps. But 60 seconds on the clock begin now.
Okay, so in Vanilla Ice Goes Amish, what did you appear as? What was your part?
They did like a kind of like city person on the street kind of confessional bit where they were asking folks in the city what they knew about the Amish. At that point, I was a high schooler, so I knew very little, and I was just trying to goof on them. So naturally, they put me in as like a dumb city kid to try and make fun of me.
Okay. And then what grade were you in when you got detention for wearing a Spider-Man costume?
That was my senior year of high school.
Okay, and why were you wearing it?
We had a dress down day because I went to a fancy prep school where we had to wear like ties every day. The dress down day was the one day where we got to wear like normal kid clothes. I decided to wear a costume because I was like, that's nowhere in the rules that I can't wear this. And all the teachers got mad at me.
Okay. And then when was the Tinder date?
The Tinder date, I'll answer that question. That will be the end. The Tinder date was right before my sophomore year of college.
Okay.
Excellent. And then, Joey, you're going to be next. I don't know what questions you have remaining, but a minute on the clock for you will begin now.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask is for number 2, please, could you please describe how you lost your virginity on a Tinder date in great detail? Spare no detail.
Absolutely. Well, right off the bat, it was a 2 p.m. coffee date. We met at a coffee shop, and then we had our coffee, and then afterwards, we both had to use the university bathroom. And then after that, she was like, hey, my apartment is right by here. And I was like, sure, we can go there. And then we went, and then we watched a little bit of that show Delocated. And then I leaned in for the kiss. We kissed for like 30 seconds, and then I got super scared and embarrassed, so I stopped kissing her, said, I'm sorry. And then we watched the show for another 2 minutes before I went back in for the kiss, and then we had sex.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, unfortunately, that's the end of your minute.
It's like
So
Joey
that's
has
gonna
no
be-
other question.
Yeah, more details.
All right, well, Devon, it is now going to be up to you. If you want to hear more about that, you can, or you can ask about questions 1 and 3. Your time will begin now.
Okay, question number 2, or point number 2. What was her name?
I don't feel comfortable giving out her name on this giant public platform.
Oh,
Yes, what is
right.
I'll
her
say
full
it was
name?
Ontario.
Number 1. Okay, why Spider-Man? It was against the rules, or it was illicit?
It was just a costume that made me look like a fool and let me have fun, and I owned it.
Were your parents notified?
Yes.
And what did they say?
What are you doing, bud? They were displeased. My mom found out sooner than most because she is a teacher at my high school. So she was there and she saw me in the halls and she was like, obviously you're getting detention for this. And I was like, I didn't, I've already gotten rid of all my other clothes. That wasn't true. That was a lie. I just put them in my locker, but I didn't want to change.
It was a dress down day and you dressed down, but why were you in trouble?
Right? That's been my point. For years, I've been making this argument. Unfortunately, that's time. That's time's up. That's time. We're going to be starting with Joey, as he's the top screen right now on my end. Joey, you've heard a couple facts about all 3 of these stories. Which one do you believe is the true fact?
Okay, so you said it's 2 lies and 1 truth.
Yes, only one of these facts is actually a fact.
So I'm going to say that I think that number 3 is true. I briefly appeared in the TV series Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. With number 2, I think that I do believe your story, but I don't think it was a Tinder date. I think that this is a situation where you slightly changed a fact and it was like a Hinge date or something like that. Maybe Bumble or whatever. And then number 1, I also believe that story. I also think it might be a similar deal where it was like Thor or Iron Man or something. But number 3 is such a specific fact that I didn't even think Vanilla Ice Goes Amish was a real show. I thought you made that up, and sure enough, I googled it, and it's a real show. So I think I think number 3 is the true one.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, it ran even for 2 seasons.
Yeah. That's the short. The me just Wikipediaing Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. It ran for 2 seasons. That's too specific of a specific to be untrue, I think.
There you go. Very, very interestingly reasoned. Jamie, which of these facts do you believe is true about me?
I think I'm tempted to go for number 3 as well. But a similar reasoning to Joey on number 2. I believe that happened, but maybe it wasn't your virginity. Maybe that was just a date. Then the Spider-Man, I can't quite tease out the reasoning in the Spider-Man. I still don't understand why you got detention for it. I know that your mom was a teacher because you said that today on Twitter. But I guess maybe I don't understand your school. I'm going with number 3.
That's entirely fair. Devon, which do you believe to be true?
The one I believe to be true is also number 3. It just sounded the most right.
Hey,
That makes... Oh, what's up, Joey?
Let me go to chat. Joan Ford, which one do you think is true?
Oh, sure. Let's
I
absolutely
would
get the
also
chat
like to
involved.
know which one Joan thinks is true.
Yeah, secret 4th contestant, Joan Ford.
Oh.
What if Joan ends up sweeping?
I mean, Joan was a good friend.
Hold on a second. And I just wanted to put up that graphic. Joan hasn't responded yet. We'll see.
Okay, I'm texting Joan. Joan, respond to her question.
Excellent. Well, at the very least, I'll tell you all right now as we wait. I'll tease out the fact that fact number 1 is a lie. That one is not true.
Right.
Joey, your reasoning was very accurate. This was the one that was a half-truth. I dressed up in a Batman costume, and while I did not get detention, all of the teachers were very mad and tried to figure out a way that they could reasonably give me detention. because they were mad at the distraction I caused, because obviously all of the kids were having a hoot at the fact that I was dressed silly. But they couldn't come up with an actual reason to give me detention, so they just amended the handbook to say that dress down did not include costumes.
That does make sense, and due to you dressing up as Batman, now all of those kids are Sandy Hook truthers now, and that was you causing that. So I definitely I think that they were right in punishing you.
Oh, I gotta make some calls. Hey, mom, tell them tell Mr. Gobler I goofed it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see what Joan says, but I can reveal right now that the true story was story number 2. That was the true story. I love the television series Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. I discovered that in college, and I made all of my friends do a watch party with it, because how can you not love that show? But that is not, I was not lucky enough to be featured in that show. So that means that, well, honestly, normally that would mean a no points awarded, but because of just the sheer logic and the fact that other people hopped on that, I'm going to give 20 points to Joey. I'm going to give 20 points to Joey, which means that Joey's now at 36, so not too far behind. And we're gonna keep everybody posted about Joan. We don't know exactly what's gonna happen there yet, but I made a whole banner for her. So whenever she feels ready, we will absolutely put her point total up on the board. And that means, friends, it's time for the final game. Right. It's time for the last one, and I'm gonna let you know right now. This is the big one. This is the big game. We've had a lot of 10-point games. We've had a lot of 30-point games, but now comes the all-time points scorer. That's not my entire screen. This one. This is the game. It is called Contentious, but I put a 10 in it, so it's sort of wordplay. This game is very simple.
No,
I've come up.
Wait! Don't be bashful. That's wordplay. That's not sort of wordplay. That's all the way wordplay.
I don't know if it counts.
It's wordplay and number play combined.
Yeah, John.
You did a good job, John.
We're your best friends.
You did. We're your best friends.
I don't know what to say.
Credit.
I was gonna give you all points, but then I realized that would kind of just even out, huh?
We deserve. Give all of us points.
Take the points.
Absolutely. You know what? I'm just gonna do some silly, dumb rounding. Jamie, you're now at 50 points, because why not?
Cool.
Joey, I'm gonna round you right up to 40. And then Devon, I'm gonna put you right at 25, because I can't stop thinking about Milkmaid.
Yay!
That one's been stuck in my head for a minute. I can't lie.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about the Milkmaid.
That answer aged like a fine wine. It was real good.
Absolutely. Yes, so with the game Contentious, I'm going to present a top 10 list format where I'm going to give you all 10 items, and you're going to have to rank them on your own, the ranking that you think they deserve. Don't try and cater to me, because you won't be able to. I promise you this. You're just going to rank them in the order you believe they should be in, from 1 being the best to 10 being the worst. And then you all say the order that you ranked them in. And then I'll give you 10 points for each item that you have on your list that is the same as mine. So if, for instance, we have the same exact list all the way down, you will get 100 points. You could easily win the game just like that. Does anyone have any questions before I Oh, no. Don't make me that big. Don't do it. There we go. That's normal. Does anyone have any questions before they see what the items are?
No. My battery's going to die.
Oh, no. Well, as Devon goes to get a charger, we've been talking about them.
Wait, where are you? What?
Yeah, it was like,
what building are you in?
This is my room. I turned my closet into a little home office, so my clothes are on the outside now.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
That's smart.
And then
Honestly, 30 points. 30 points now, just for that.
I mean,
MTV Cribs much?
I get it.
This is great.
This is
Oh,
cool.
boy.
This is like an unfriended shot.
Right? I would show off my room, but this is about it. These are the items that I have, and then I have a bed. I do have a bed frame. That's something.
good.
I've heard a lot of people don't have that.
I will be competing from here now.
Excellent.
Real power move late in the game.
Yeah, wow. It really paid off, too.
Literally a power move.
Just need that.
I mean, I should be mad about this, but honestly, I get it. I mean, if I was John Barr and I was looking for a best friend, I would want a best friend who's got a home office like that.
Yeah. I'm confounded why you didn't sit in the very cool chair that's just so close behind you.
Before, but I'll just sit from far away.
You can just yell your list.
Yeah. No, I think that keeping the chair empty is smart because that's a symbolic where John would sit.
No, he'll sit right
Yeah.
There we go. As long as that works for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time to bring up the titular 10 items that you will be ranking. And it turns out we talked about them in a whole bunch of little bits.
Wow.
The X-Men. You've heard of them. They've done things. They've made movies. One of them was a principal. And I'm now going to be giving you all 2 minutes to try and look at these 10 and put them in an order that you think represents how good they are. I will say over the course of these 2 minutes, you can ask me any questions you'd like about them if you don't recognize some of them. Because I think some of them are fairly iconic. One of them's got a whole new look. So that might be, I don't know.
Can you say all of their names?
Absolutely. Starting from the top left, we got Jean Grey, a.k.a. Marvel Girl or Phoenix. We got Nightcrawler. We got Kate Pryde. We got Wolverine, Iceman, Gambit, Storm, Cyclops, Colossus, and Beast. Famously portrayed by Kelsey Grammer in a movie. And yeah, you can continue to ask questions to me if you need to, but the 2 minutes will begin now.
While we're deciding, can you go into more detail about you losing your virginity on a Tinder date?
It was real
now
rough.
that we know it's true.
Yeah. Now we need to know the deets.
Delocated is a
wasn't
weird vibe to set the tone. Good show. Not wouldn't be my choice to lose my virginity adjacent to.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where I just kind of very much stumbled into that. I was a young foolish child still, where I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I haven't had lunch today. I've just kind of had a bunch of coffee, and it's 2 p.m. in August, so it's too hot to do anything. But I guess this is where we are now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the coffee drink? The coffee drink of choice?
It was like one of those little cold brew milk boxes. That's become a whole little trend.
Mm.
I had one of those and no lunch. Just not a good vibe. I hope that person is doing well.
For their sake as well.
Yeah. They deserved a better afternoon. I'll just go ahead and put that one.
Don't sell yourself short.
No.
No one's
I appreciate the thought. This is very much an instance where I think constructive criticism is probably warranted. Where it's, hey, bud, don't do that one, maybe.
As long as you're
That's being a mum friend.
2 consenting adults trying something new.
Yeah, it's really beautiful if you think about it.
Don't think about it too hard.
It's special. It's a special time in a boy's life.
I have to say, John, this exercise is giving me a panic attack. I don't.
Well, if it helps, you have 20 seconds left.
Any of these people are okay.
I don't know.
Hey, you only said their name one time.
I'll say them once more before we run out of time.
Yeah.
So there's Jean Grey, that's the one with the red hair.
Mm-hmm.
There's Nightcrawler, that's the one that's a demon. There's Shadowcat, that's the one with a pet dragon. There's Wolverine. That's the one that's Hugh Jackman. There's Iceman. That's the one who's ice. There's Gambit. That's the one who's got the purple background and was going to be played by Channing Tatum. There's Storm. She's the one who was played by Halle Berry and did not get her due in those movies because they just had to keep doing friggin' Wolverine and Jean Grey. There's Cyclops. He's the one with eyes. There's Colossus. He's the one that's made of a metal. And then there's Beast, and he's the one that was famously a spin-off character from the show Cheers that got his own series, Frasier.
Thank you.
Of course. I'll throw up a picture of Kelsey Grammer's Beast later. But for the moment, who feels like they know the X-Men the best of the three of us here? Four of us. You. What? Fair enough.
I would put my X-Men knowledge at like, probably in the grand scheme of people in the universe, I'm like 70%, 60% sounds about right. So I'm not like an expert, but I did like X-Men the animated series, and I recognize that as a lot of the pictures. So I feel like we're probably coming from a similar touchstone place.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Joey, I think we're gonna go ahead and start with you.
Okay, cool.
I'll even toss up the picture one more time, and you can even look at it as you make your list. Again, 1 is the best, 10 is the worst. Whenever you're ready.
So I'm going to start from the bottom, and I'm going to explain the reason for my choices.
Absolutely.
10. I think that your 10 is Colossus because nobody's number 1 is Colossus. He's just a character that like can turn into metal, and he's strong, and like in the Deadpool movie is kind of fun, but he's not like that exciting of a character. Number 9, I'm going to put Beast. Like normally I was thinking about putting Beast a little bit higher, but it's like other than the Kelsey Grammer influence, he's also like, there's cooler characters than Beast. Number 8, I'm going to say Jean Grey. Jean Grey is a really good character, but she's a character that's been messed up in a couple of different iterations. In X3, the X-Men movie, she was kind of a mess as a character when she became Phoenix. So like I would put her at number 8. Or actually 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, number 8.
7, I would put Nightcrawler. Just because in the X-Men Sega Genesis game, his teleportation ability is real cool and allows you to get to different levels that you probably couldn't normally get to.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say Storm. Storm is a really good She's just like a solid X-Man. She can control the weather, control lightning. I think that she's just a good character. She could be 1, but I think there's a lot of stuff above her that put her at a 6. Number 5, Iceman, kind of similar deal as Storm. A thing that he has over Storm is he can create ice bridges that allow him to surf on ice, which is super cool.
That's what he's doing in that photo.
Yeah, that's his deal. I'm gonna say number 4. You're gonna think this is gonna be a weird choice, but number 4, Wolverine. Wolverine is oftentimes people's number 1, but I feel like it's kind of like it's a little bit played for him to be the number 1. So I think that 4 feels like a good spot for him. He's cool, but not that cool. Number 3, I'm going to say Kate Pryde. Kate Pryde is an interesting choice to include on a list like this. That tells me that you've got like a pretty good knowledge of X-Men, and you would include her on a list. Tells me that she would probably be high on that list. 2, Cyclops. I think I'm going to regret putting Cyclops at number 2 because he's also a character that's like like sometimes he sucks, sometimes he's cool. But he was the main character in X-Men the animated series, so like I think that based on that being from X-Men the animated series, I would say 2 is a pretty real, or it's based on the design from that. 2 is a pretty good spot for him. And number 1, Gambit. Gambit's cool as hell. Gambit can touch cards, turn them into explosives, throw them at people. Gambit, I think, is just a solid number 1 choice, and he was my favorite X-Men growing up, so I'm going to say Gambit.
All right,
So,
there we go.
One more time, going down the list.
You know so much about X-Men.
You were citing games, movies, shows.
I learned so much.
Oh, Pasha. You're not trying to be my best friend. You're trying to be John's best friend.
I will say Pasha is also one of my favorite X-Men. I didn't have time to include them on the list.
But I'll to go on my list one more time. It's 1 Gambit, 2 Cyclops, 3 Kate Pryde, 4 Wolverine, 5 Iceman, 6 Storm, 7 Nightcrawler, 8 Jean Grey, 9 Beast, 10 Cyclops.
All right. Devon, we're going to move right over to you. What are you thinking?
Okay, so I have literally never watched an X-Men movie like full through. I have no knowledge of any of these characters, so I'm going to completely rank them based off of which of these characters I would most like to grab a beer with. And that's
like presidents.
Yes, exactly. And friends. Okay, so number 10, I'm going to go with Nightcrawler. I cannot trust him to watch my drink while I go to the bathroom. Number 9, I'm going to go with Colossus. I can trust him a little bit more, but I feel like he wants to like show off and get a fancy cocktail and like make the bill way higher, which is like just super unnecessary. Number 8, I'm going to go with Wolverine because he can only hold a beer glass in like one hand. And number 7, I'm going to go with Cyclops. I don't know. He just seems Number 6, I'm going to go with Jean Grey, Storm. I really love her. She looks like a badass. I feel like she's going to get a lot of attention, though, because she's really pretty, and it's going to, you know, kind of like distract
Wait,
me.
Jean Grey or Storm?
Oh, fuck. They're not the same?
No. Oh, no. That's going to make this one tough.
I don't want to be disqualified.
Jean Grey is the one that's the top left with the red hair.
Ah! Okay. What number am I on? I'm on number 4 now.
You're on number 6.
I'm on. No, I'm not. What?
Aren't you? Because 10 was Nightcrawler, 9 was Colossus.
Yes.
8 was Wolverine.
Yes.
Cyclops was 7, and then 6 was going to be either Storm or Marvel Girl.
It's Marvel Girl.
Marvel Girl. All right.
We're on number 5 now. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 5, I'm going to go with, what's the name of the girl in the middle, top row?
Oh, that's Shadowcat, a.k.a. Kate Pride.
Okay. I really like her, but she looks underage, but she can hang. Number 4, I'm going to go with Gambit. He looks really dope. I just want to know what's behind those hazel eyes. Number 3, I'm going to go with Storm. She looks like a badass bitch, and she's not going to let the bartender get away from, like, you know, shorting us or anything. And I feel like she's going to help cover the tab. Number 2, I'm going to go with Beast because I feel like I want to hang out with Kelsey Grammer, and he's fucking cool, and he can get us into any club because no bouncer is not going to let him in. Number 1 is going to be Iceman because he can keep the drinks cold.
There you go. That's incredibly well-reasoned. Jamie, you seemed like you might have been the one that needed the most time, and I wanted to help you out. So looking at these,
I appreciate that. You're a great friend, the best friend.
Of course. So looking at these 10 just absolute wackos.
Yeah. So I'll go quickly. I'm not gonna I know I'm not gonna retain the names, so I'm just gonna go based on description. But I took some notes and I did my best. I've never seen an X-Man in my life, but I'm open to it. Okay, from the bottom, starting with the Chrome guy.
Yeah.
He seems unpopular. I'm not interested. 9, Laser Eyes. 8, the Iceman. That's that. I think that one is right. 7, Nightcrawler. 6, who's the bottom left, the sex hair guy?
Oh, Gambit.
Gambit. Okay, sex hair guy, number 6. Number 5 is going to be Sophie Turner. Number 4 is going to be Halle Berry.
Right.
Number 3 is going to be Hugh Jackman. And 2 is Blue Hulk. And number 1 is Dragon Girl and her dragon.
All right. My goodness. Excellent. All right. Let me just make sure I get all the points right here. Joey, real quick, just I didn't take as many careful notes. Can you just remind me what your top 3 were? You're fully muted, my friend.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. The chair that I'm sitting in is kind of squeaky. Like, it makes a squeak noise.
Poor.
So, like, sometimes And I was like, oh, it's also an old chair. So I was like, I need to stretch my back, but I don't want to interrupt all of our friends. Number one, Gambit. Number two, Cyclops. Number three, Kitty Pryde.
All right. Okay. This makes me. This is truly incredible.
Did no one get anything?
That's not it. I promise you that. There were definitely some of you who got some of them correct. I purposely, I'm not purposely, but I decided to be a little bit of a trickster, and I did kind of set you up to fail, not telling you the full rubric here. One of the big X-Men things is that they all just live in a school together. So I ranked them based on how much I thought they would be helpful to me personally as one of my high school teachers. I felt like that was the only kind of objective way to do this, because otherwise, trying to rank them all, it's silly. But I felt like how much they'd help me as a high school teacher, that was a more objective rubric, kind of like what Devon was working with. And I will say, Devon, I'm going to go ahead and give you 15 points for just that alone. But going down and also I'll go ahead and say as well, Joey, I'm giving you 10 points for the lore. You absolutely get 10 points for the lore. My list, number one, Kate Pryde. She grew up in the school. She's an adult now. She knows what's going on. Number two, Beast. His whole thing is just being the big kind of furry goofball who knows things. So I'm gonna find him funny. Number three, Jean Grey. When she's not being hit on by every man that goes to that fucking school, she's real good at her job if people would just let her be. Number four, Storm. When people give her screen time and she isn't forced to just hang out with Wolverine, she's very cool and led the X-Men for a long time. Number five, Nightcrawler. He's a little bit too zany, and he believes too much in Christ, and that's gonna infect its way into the lessons. He's not objective. He doesn't believe in separation of church and state. I love him though. Number six, Wolverine. He's too mean. He's gonna be too mean, and he's gonna make me mad as a little teenager. I'm not gonna respect him. Number seven, Colossus. He's a little bit too nice. He's less scary because he's just made of metal as opposed to having knives. But he's also a little bit nicer, so I won't respect him. I'll respect him even less. Number eight, Cyclops. Absolute jackass. He's just like a military school dude. That's not going to work on me. I'm going to make fun of him with all my friends. Number nine, Iceman. I'm going to like this teacher, but he's not going to teach me anything, man. We're going to have fun conversations in class, but we are not going to finish Macbeth. It won't happen. I won't know what happens at the end. Is it happy? No. And then number 10, Gambit. Absolutely cool dude. Shit teacher without a doubt. He's not going to teach me anything. He's going to try and gamble with me. He's going to get kicked out. He's going to get kicked out because he's going to be helping the lacrosse team sell drugs to other schools. And that's a true story about my high school.
Also, Gambit arc was sick.
It was everyone's favorite. So if I'm not mistaken, that means that Joey and Devon, I don't believe you got any points. And Jamie got 30 points.
Yes.
Knowing the least about X-Men, which is absolutely perfect. What?
We both ranked the Beast second, didn't we?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought Joey ranked Beast a little bit lower.
No, I ranked Beast as like I ranked him as 9. I went in opposite order.
Oh, sure. Devon, did you put Beast at number 2?
I did.
Okay, then you get 10 points. My mistake.
All right.
I didn't save that. So what that means is at the end of the game, Devon at 55 points. Congratulations. That's a high number of points to have. Joey, with all the bonus points added up, you also get 55 points.
Yes.
Congratulations. That's also very big. And then Jamie, somehow tapping into that X-Men zeitgeist, 80 points. Jamie Loftus, you are my new best friend.
We're going to be such good friends.
Oh
Wait.
my gosh.
It's
Thank
an
you so
honor.
much.
It's
Wonderful.
Is she gonna fight the Yoda now?
She's absolutely going to fight the Yoda.
This is incredible. I'll let him kill me. Wow, that's really exciting. It's what an honor. Did people do a speech when they're your best friend? Is that how it starts?
Whatever feels most emotionally honest to you with your feelings.
Well, I just wanted to kind of propose that the second we can get out of quarantine, I want to go see turkeys in Seattle again, just for old time's sake.
Absolutely. We'll invite that old woman too. She's doing so much better.
She's doing way better. I heard that she's
Yeah.
actually in the Turkeys in Seattle reboot. Oh,
That's right. She got into the sequel, and she also leads the DSA, so she's great. That's just another fun fact about that woman. Now you are going to have to go ahead and defeat this little sucker in combat.
Oh, he's so upset.
Yeah, you are going to have to go ahead and tell him that he doesn't have a friend anymore.
Listen, hey, buddy, I hate to kick you when you're down, and can I check in with him and make sure he has a support system before I say anything?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Joker baby, do you have a support system? He says he's eating frog eggs.
Okay, Joker baby, I have bad news. You've been dethroned. I'm the best fucking friend now. So you keep that sad little face on your sad little face, because you're gonna be sad for a long time, my friend. You've been demoted to regular fucking friend. Your suit doesn't fit and you look bad. Get out of the chat.
Get out!
Get out of the chat.
Thank God someone took the Joker baby down. At long last. Joker baby's reign of terror.
Wait, so okay, so give us your friend ranking. Is the Joker baby at the bottom of the stack now? Are we above the Joker baby in the friend stack? Are we below the Joker baby? Where are we sitting?
Essentially, I'm going to shuffle Joker baby back into the deck. At this point, Jamie is now the face-up card. And so she is now the person to beat. And then I'm going to shuffle everybody back up in there into my deck of wonderful friends who I care about very much. And I'm so glad we're on the show. Even though they did not win the show, they are still winners, and that they're very funny, and everyone should go check out everything that they ding-dong do. Starting, of course, with the winner, Jamie. Is there anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah, I'd like to say, follow your heart and do your best. That's how I won the X-Men portion, and don't let a lack of knowledge get in the way from you coming in hot and feeling confidence that you haven't earned. And I, of course, just wanted to shout out my best friend, John Barr. Of course, now and forever, we're best friends.
Of course. Joey, I know you knew the most about the X-Men, and it didn't show up this time, but if folks want to hear you say wonderful, funny stories about dogs and turkeys, and, of course, Garfield, whom we can't forget, is I know also another one of your very close friends. Where can the people find you?
Yes, my now I'm just living in the disappointing reality of my best friend is Garfield and not John Barr. You can find me, I guess you can find me on Twitter at Joeytainment. And, I just want to tell all the people that second place is the first runner up. So it's I'm the winner of that position. So, I think, I think that friendship is something that you got to cultivate over time. I think that Jamie is John's best friend now, but it's over the next couple of years, I think John and I will probably grow closer together as friends. And, I think that I'm coming for that title.
There you go. That's the same. I just thought that was a funny one to toss up. We don't know where Joan is at. Joan might still have points. We'll never find out for sure. And then Devon. Devon, my dear friend, where can people find you? Can people find that fun chair that you have and purchase it for themselves?
You can't find the chair, unfortunately. I found it on the side of the road, and I took it in and I sewed up the arms and made it mine own. I was selling it on Facebook Marketplace for a little bit to try and make a quick buck. Nobody bit the bait, so it's my chair now. You can find me on Instagram at I'm Kevin Dane, or on Twitter, DevonKane30. That's basically it. And donate to the Hollywood Food Coalition. I'm really excited to be a part of this show that is supporting them. This is really awesome that you put this together, John. Thank you.
Absolutely. And thank you all so much for being a part of it. Truly, this show is mostly just about having fun with people who are wonderful, that I have a lot of love for, and you're all great. And thank you for being willing to be a part of this objectively dumb show. It means a lot that you would be willing to hop in. Once again, if you type in !guests, all three of them have Twitters that they just talked about that you can go to right now. Jamie Loftus Help, Joey Tainment, Devon Kane 30. And then, of course, like I said, if you type !charity or go to the link at the bottom, you can donate to the Hollywood Food Coalition. Even $3 is incredible. And now through now through Black Friday, which is going to be a week after this, I'll keep it going for a full week. If you text me a receipt of your donation, I'll be matching donations up to $35 because I am still broke, but I also care. And it turns out it's very easy to just be able to give what you have and make a tangible difference. It matters a whole lot. Jamie is my new best friend, but who will win next time when I do this show for a different charity with other wonderful people? We'll find out whenever I do this show again. And have a good day. And it's night, so I should have set up. And the cops are coming they heard what I said about Jeremy Piven. They heard the slander. Oh gosh. TOS, bye. And